welcome to my channel Made by Cath Craft. Thank you so much for joining me today where I'll be talking all about my autumn plans for sewing. I just wanted to say before I started to talk about my plans, I've had a few new subscribers recently. So thank you so much if you're a new subscriber. I really appreciate you joining me here and watching my videos and liking my videos and commenting. And thank you also to my longer term subscribers. I'm so pleased you're still here with me. I think I'm gradually building up a little bit more confidence. I still feel quite nervous when I'm shooting the vlogs, but I'm really enjoying it. And I'm really enjoying sharing all my sewing makes and my fabrics and any sort of hints and tips I have from what I've been learning. So thank you very much for being here. But yeah, today's video is all about what I'm planning to sew for autumn. It kind of seems funny to be thinking about autumn sewing at the moment because we've had this sort of mini heat wave towards the end of September here in the UK. I think it got up to 28 degrees this week, which is quite hot for here. And it's a bit chillier today, but still warm enough for me to wear a slightly summery dress. So today I'm wearing, this is the Hinterland dress by Sew Liberated. And I'll just find the pattern so I can show you it. So I found the pattern to show you. So here it is, the Sew Liberated Hinterland dress. This is a pattern I sewed first of all earlier this year. I'd seen it around a lot on Instagram and a lot of people had a lot of positive things to say about it. So I decided to give it a go and I loved it so much I've made 3 versions. So it's, I'll show you the line drawings. It's a dress with a slightly scooped neckline and then you can make a placket either just on the bodice or all the way down the skirt. It's got a gathered skirt and pockets and then little cap sleeve, just little sleeves. But you can do different variations, so you can make it sleeveless and there's quite a lot of things you can play around with on this pattern. And the instructions are great too, I should mention. So I made 3 versions that are all really different because I think it's one of those dresses that, because it's quite a simple shape, it can look quite different depending on what fabric you choose. So the first version I made was another one with short sleeves like this with a placket in a check fabric, and it's kind of a summery one. I think it was a cotton linen blend check fabric and I've got a lot of wear out of that one. Then I made a wintry version in a kind of tartan in a thicker kind of almost flannelly feeling cotton, and I made that sleeveless, and I made that designed to wear over the top of polo necks to keep me cosy in winter, kind of like a pinafore dress. And this is my 3rd version. And for this one, instead of adding a placket, I used the pattern piece, I cut the front bodice pattern piece on the fold to just create one pattern piece for a straightforward bodice front. And so that's how it's come out. And then I've got the gathered skirt, and then I've added a little sort of skinny waist tie to cinch in at the back. And I really like this fabric. I think it's a viscose, it's really nice and swishy and cool. And I like the pops of pink on it. And this morning on the school run it was a bit chilly, so I had a denim jacket and trainers on with it, which I think gives it a bit more of a casual feel. So yeah, I quite enjoyed wearing this one this morning because it still is a little bit, it's kind of chilly in the mornings and getting a bit warmer, so I think a layer in the morning and then be able to take it off and wearing a dress works quite well for the weather at the moment. But that's the Hinterland dress by Sew Liberated, a pattern I really recommend. And anyway, let's get on with the fabrics and I'll show you a little bit about my plans for autumn. So I've got a few fabrics to share with you and also 2 new patterns, one sewing pattern and one knitting pattern. So the first pattern I bought is this one here, and it's this Sagebrush top by Friday Pattern Company. On the back it says it's an elegant and easy to sew blouse that's a joy to make and wear. It's designed for woven fabrics with puff sleeves and gathers across the front. So I'll show you the line drawings, and there's a gather across here, the front, and then puff sleeves which are finished with an elasticated cuff, and then a little tie at the back. And so that's that. You may have seen this one before. It's been really popular on Instagram in these last few weeks, and I've seen some lovely versions made. And I think it's one of those patterns, a bit like the Hinterland dress, where the choice of fabric can make a difference to how it looks. So if you wanted extra puffy sleeves, you could choose like a cotton. But if you wanted something a little bit more drapey and a bit more softer look, you could go for a viscose. But anyway, I've seen it a lot, and a lot of people have talked about it and been really positive about it. And so I thought I really want to give this one a go. And so the fabric I've chosen to give my version a go is this one here. It's a double gauze from Minerva, and I think it's really pretty. It's in a white colour and it's got these little leaves all over it, which I think is a really nice detail. And it's a lovely soft double gauze. It's not too thick and it's got a little bit of drape, so the puff sleeves shouldn't end up too puffy, because I don't want anything too oversized, because I just don't think it'll suit me, because I've got fairly angular shoulders and I don't want to feel too big. So that's the fabric I've chosen to make it in. This fabric is really lovely and it comes in several different colours on Minerva's website. I think there's a lovely mustard colour, and also I think possibly a sagey green colour. But yeah, I just wanted something fairly simple and quite feminine, and I hope that will suit the ruffles and the pattern. So that's what I've got. So yeah, it's lovely and soft, and I really like sewing with double gauze, and I think it ruffles up really nicely, so I think that'll be a lot of fun. So there we are, my first pattern and fabric pairing, the sage brush top, in this lovely double gauze. Now the second fabric I've got to show you, I haven't actually got any plans for at the moment, so I'd welcome ideas. And it's this lovely viscose fabric here. And I've recently actually discovered the idea of overlocking the edges, the cut edges of the fabric before you wash it, because I always pre-wash my fabric before I start cutting into it, because I know, particularly with viscoses and things, they do have a tendency to shrink with the washing. So I've always done that, but I've heard a few people talking about overlocking the edges, because sometimes, I don't know whether you find, but I find when I put them in the washing machine, particularly with cottons and viscoses, you can end up with lots of sort of loose threads at the ends, and they can pull or just generally get tangled up a little bit. So I think it's a revelation actually. I'm definitely going to be doing this more, just to overlock the edges before I throw it in the washing machine. It provides a lot more neat finish and makes it much easier to kind of handle afterwards. So that's why all my edges are overlocked. But yeah, this is the fabric. It's from Sew Me Sunshine, and I just saw it and I just love the colours. It's got a black base, so I think that's quite nice for autumn, like a darker base. And then all these lovely pretty flowers in white and lilac and pink and yellow. And I don't usually go for kind of a lilac-y purple colours, so I thought that'd be quite nice, something a bit different for my wardrobe. And I think I got 2 or 2.5 metres of this fabric. It was quite reasonably priced. And I'd like to make a dress of some sort, but I'm not sure what really. But I think it'll be lovely for autumn. It's the viscose is not it's kind of a thicker viscose, so it almost feels like somewhere between the weight of a lighter viscose and a viscose twill. But yeah, it's got a nice drape, and I think it'll be perfect for an autumn dress, some sort of smock dress maybe. So if you have any ideas of what you think it might look nice as, I'd love to hear. But yeah, I think it's really pretty, and I'm really looking forward to sewing with it. And I'll link the Sew Me Sunshine website below in case you want to go, because I think they still have some of this in stock. I think they also might have it in a greeny colour as well, which is also really pretty. So yeah, do go check it out. The next fabric I wanted to show you is one that my daughter chose. So yeah, she's definitely, she's 4 and she's just started school, and she's definitely starting to have opinions about what sort of things she likes to wear. And she's got this ready-to-wear dress that's got, it's kind of like a chambray with little leopard print sleeves, and she was wearing it the other day and said, I really would like a dress that's just all leopard print, not just the sleeves. So we had to look online to see what we could find for her, and we found this really cool fabric. It's a jersey, because she prefers stretchy jersey comfy dresses, and it's leopard print. But the really cool thing about it, which I can't really show you inside, but I'll try and do a video of, is that when you go outside, it changes colour. So it just goes from grey and black, and it changes to have all these leopard prints come up with pinks and purples in. And what I'll try and do is show a video of what happens when you do move from inside to outside. So she thinks it's really funky, and you know, that if it changes colour and all these pinks and purples pop up when you go outside. So I'm really looking forward to making that into a dress for her, and hopefully she'll get a lot of wear out of that in autumn. The pattern I'm planning to use to make her dress is one I've used for her a few times before, so it's kind of tried and tested. And it's this pattern here. It's the Pansy dress by Poppy and Jazz, which is the children's brand by Sew Over It. And it's quite a simple little jersey dress with just a round neckline, long sleeves, gathered skirt. And the pattern comes from newborn to 6 years old, so I've got quite a lot of use out of it already for my daughter, and also I've made a couple of little pansy dresses for my niece. So for my daughter, I'm planning to make pretty much this exact dress with the long sleeves, and I have added a ruffle on the bottom of the skirt on a couple of other versions, but this one she wanted to keep quite simple. And it's a really quick, easy, straightforward sew, and I know which adjustments I need to make for her to kind of slim it out a little bit, because she's quite, yeah, she's on the sort of slim side. So I'll be doing those adjustments, and hopefully she'll like that one and get a lot of wear out of it for autumn. So that's yeah, that's my next plan, and I'm looking forward to making that up for her because it's always nice to make her something that she likes. So the next fabrics I wanted to share with you is actually a bundle of fabrics because I ordered them all from the same website, and I was really excited about it because it was something new for me. So I came across a website called ecat, which I think had been mentioned by a couple of people on Instagram, and it's an Indian company, and they sell beautiful fabrics, and then they ship worldwide. And so I thought I'd give them a go, particularly because they sell ecat fabrics, and I've been wanting to I've been wanting to get some ecat fabric for ages because I've seen some beautiful makes using them on Instagram. So I had a look up, and I think ecat basically means that the yarn that's used to make the fabric is dyed before it's woven. And when it's woven, they create some beautiful, often quite geometric patterns that look really pretty and look lovely in clothing. So as I said, I came across ecat, and people said the service was really good, so I thought I'd give them a go. And so I made an order, and I got these lovely fabrics, and they arrived this week. They arrived really fast, actually. So yeah, I'll show you what I've got. And they're all ecat fabrics. I think they're hand woven. And this is the first one. It's this lovely blue colour with this beautiful geometric design on it. I'm not sure which way up it's designed to be. I guess you can choose. But it's cotton, pure cotton, and it's really lovely and quality. And I think it'd be really lovely to sew with. So there it's a little bit, you can see a little bit through it, but I don't think enough. I'm planning to probably make it into a winter dress, so I think tights underneath would be just fine for it. But yeah, it's really nice, really pretty colour, and really lovely. It's a slightly narrower fabric than often, so I think it's probably about 100 and just over a metre width rather than kind of a metre and a half. So I ordered a little bit more of it, but it's really reasonably priced. And I just think it's really pretty. So I got this colour here, and then I also got like a darker navy colour with a kind of smaller design on it. And then I got this really cool, another ecat fabric, this really cool black one with big spots on. So I think for this one and this one, I'm planning to make dresses. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to make with them, but I think they'll be probably made into dresses. And then this black spotty one, I got a little less. I think I might have got a metre and a half of it. And I was thinking of making it into a skirt because I thought that'd be really sweet, maybe a gathered skirt. But I thought they were really pretty, and the service was really good. The fabric came really fast, and it came with a hand written note and a little cushion cover as well, which I thought was really sweet, like a little gift that they sent with it saying thank you. So that's ecat, and I'll link them below. But I really love that ecat fabric, so I'm really looking forward to having a go with those and showing you how I get on with those. And then the final lot of fabric I've got to show you is not actually designed to be turned into any clothing garments. It's designed to be turned into a little piece of home furnishing. So basically, I don't know about you, but when I sew, I end up with lots of little fabric scraps. And if there are any large remnants, I do try to use them and make them into other smaller garments, say something for my daughter or a little top. But there are lots of just little mini offcuts that I've amassed, and I don't like to throw them away, and I wanted to find something to do with them. I think you can take them to be recycled as well, but I thought, well, let's see what I can do. And I came across a free pattern by Closet Core, which is a Closet Core Pouf. I'll put up a picture of the Pouf, but it's a little footrest. It's designed to be filled with fabric scraps, and also the pieces are fairly small, so if you've got some suitable fabric, you can actually make it out of fabric scraps too. So it's quite an environmentally friendly way of, I guess, using up your waste and turning it into something that's actually a usable piece of furniture. And it's a free pattern, and you need to subscribe, I think, to the Closet Core newsletter and to have access to their free pattern library. So I did that, and I've got the free pattern, and I'm really looking forward to giving it a go. So I've got all the fabric scraps to fill it, but when I had a look at my fabric for what I wanted to use to actually make the Pouf, I didn't really have much suitable. I know you can use lighter weight fabrics and interface them, but I've got a lot of jerseys and things like that, and I wasn't sure about using a denim in case it kind of, the dye came off on the carpet. So I thought I'd get some fabric to make the Pouf and then fill it with the scraps. So I got some fabric from Minerva, and I got this really nice, it's kind of like, I don't know what kind of fabric it is. It's kind of like an upholstery fabric. It's a bit thicker with some acorns on. And I just got a metre of it because you don't need much. And then also, because the Pouf is in little sections, so you can mix and match different fabrics, I also got kind of like a neutral fabric to go with it. And then I'm going to use a little bit of fabric I ordered from ecat. Again, I ordered a metre of this. And so I'm going to mix and match them all together to make a little Pouf. And I'll need interfacing, I think, to make them thick enough to be durable and hard wearing. But I'm really looking forward to giving it a go and to making something different. And the pattern looks really interesting and quite straightforward to follow, as closet core patterns usually are. So I'll look forward to letting you know how I've got on with that one. But it should be a little bit of fun making something a bit different. And I thought if I got on well with it, and if it doesn't use up all my fabric scraps, it might be a nice thing to make as a gift for somebody else as well. To sort of different colours, and yeah, you can have a lot of fun with it. So that's my plans for those fabrics and for all my fabric scraps currently sitting around the house. So the final project for autumn that I've got planned that I wanted to share with you is a knitting project, and it may stretch beyond autumn because my knitting isn't the fastest, but I'd like to give it a go anyway. And it's a cardigan. You may have seen if you watched my August makes video, part 2, that I knitted a cardigan during lockdown, and I really enjoyed the process. I found it very relaxing and I was really pleased with how it turned out. So off the back of that, I decided to get another pattern and try a different knitting project. And it's another cardigan, but quite a different pattern. And it's this one here. It's a Rico knitting pattern. It's again in chunky wool because it knits a bit faster, and I quite like the look of a chunky cardigan. And I think it's a design for, it says it's suitable for beginners, so it should be fairly straightforward. So it's a kind of a cable knit, and it comes in a jumper version and also a cardigan version. And I saw that someone had knitted up the cardigan version on Instagram, and it looked really pretty. And so I had a little look and thought I'll give that a go. So I've never used a Rico pattern before, so that's new to me. And I had to get some new needles for it, and they're very pretty, so I'm pleased with those. And this is the yarn I've chosen. And it is a Stylecraft yarn, and it's obviously quite chunky in this red colour. I've knitted a navy one before, so I wanted to go do something different, but that also something that would go with quite a lot of my wardrobe. And I thought the red is quite a nice colour to go with navies and those sorts of colours, so I thought I'd give it a go. Oh, and I meant to say with the cardigan pattern, there's a recommended wool by the pattern, and it recommends an alpaca blend of chunky wool, but I didn't go for that because I often find that any animal fibres can irritate my skin, so I went for an acrylic wool. So I don't know whether it might affect the sizing slightly and how it turns out, but the cardigan is, I think, designed to be on the oversized end of the scale, so hopefully there's a little bit of wiggle room there, but I'll let you know how I get on. I'm really looking forward to giving it a go. So that's my final project and plan for autumn. I hope you've enjoyed hearing about my plans and seeing some of my fabrics. I can't wait to I can't wait to get started. I've actually got started on a couple of them already, but I can't wait to get started on all of them. And I'm really looking forward to showing you later in the autumn once I've got a lot of them finished. Hopefully I might be able to film a couple of more vlogs in the meantime before my autumn makes vlog. Now that my children are at school, I've got a little bit more time on my hands. I know a few of you have commented about what you might like to see, so I really appreciate your ideas and suggestions. Thank you very much for those. And if you have any ideas from this video of what to do with my viscose fabric, I'd love to hear, because I'm always interested to hear about new patterns and things that you think might look nice. But yeah, if you could like this video, if you've enjoyed it, I would love that. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. And please also click the bell icon so that you do find out when my latest vlogs come out. Other than that, just wanted to say I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks again for watching. Bye bye.